Guitar lessons. Let's talk about guitar lessons. Where do you get your guitar lessons? And is your guitar instructor professional? Well, I'm going to point you in a direction, and it's up to you to figure out who you want to take lessons from. But I took lessons from Brian at Active Melody for over a year. And I've been really happy, very pleased with what I've learned, and looking back at what I learned over the last year. I'm not very good at playing guitar. I've struggled with it for a long time. I got disabilities that kind of hinder my understanding of music. But in the course of a year working with Brian on the internet, Active Melody, my guitar playing has changed a lot. Fast food. My guitar playing has changed a lot, and I've been quite pleased with Active Melody and Brian. And when you buy into Brian's lessons, you not only buy into his lessons, but you buy into a Southern gentleman. When you email him, he emails you back. He's not condescending. He tries to understand what it is you're saying. And like I say, I'm dyslexic. I'm ADD. I get a learning problem. And I've struggled to try and play guitar for years. And I know a lot of people out there don't struggle playing guitar, but I do. And ever since, I was a kid, and a lot of my friends come back from Vietnam, music is something that got us all through a lot of really rough times. Music told a story about this country. It told a story about people and the lives that we lived, how we lived, how we got along, And I can tell you from my own experience with Brian and Active Melody that my experience with Brian has been overwhelmingly good. I bought into his lessons, and you get PDFs, you get videos of Brian coaching you through each and every lesson. He doesn't stumble around. There's no guesswork. He knows exactly where he's going and why you're playing this group of triads or chords or whatever it is he's teaching that day, that week. Scales, the modes, he's got it all. He's got everything that you need to know about how to learn to play a guitar. Brian, I have emailed Brian because, as I said, I got a little bit of a learning curve, and I have never once gotten a bad email back from Brian. And Brian is from Tennessee, and he is a Southern gentleman. And he knows what it's like to teach somebody, and he is a professional instructor. He knows how to talk to you, he knows how to reach you, and he knows how to teach somebody how to play guitar. There's no condescending attitude with Brian at Active Melody. I have had huge, huge. Um, I've gotten huge benefits from uh, taking lessons from Active Melody. It's early in the morning. I'm still a little rusty here and groggy. I'm still working on my first cup of coffee. I'm gonna try not to be that stick guy running through the woods to get away from a bear today, because they're coming out. But you know, uh, there's a lot of things about the way Brian talks and teaches you that just kind of really uh, sinks in. And I gotta tell you, after a year of lessons with Brian, um, I've developed in playing so much better than I ever played before. Now, I'm not the greatest, and don't go by what I play. I have my own YouTube channel, and I'm not that great, but I can tell you right now that what I have learned and successed at has been a major goal in my whole life to play a guitar. And learning to play a guitar, you got to put the time in. If you don't put the time in, you're not going to get anywhere probably, you know. And yeah, sure, your fingers hurt, but that's all part of playing a guitar. You know, my fingertips now are they're so calloused over that it doesn't bother me to bend the strings or anything like that. All those things are going to happen when you start learning to play guitar. And the type of guitar you got is going to make a big difference too, you know. I've always had, electric guitar. I've not very expensive ones, but if you find a good, guitar to start on, you know, you will if you put the time in, you will succeed. And I'm here today to tell you my experience with Active Melody is what the bottom line comes down to is if you're looking for a professional music instructor for guitar, and I'm pretty sure he has other things that he's into besides doing guitar lessons. He's a real smart guy. He's a Southern gentleman. He's from Tennessee, and I like him, and I like his courses, and I've had very good success with Brian at Active Melody. So this is a plug for Brian. I'm not getting anything from it, so that's, not what this video is about. There's a lot of people on the internet, and it can get confusing. And if you don't have a way to get to a music store and take lessons, and you're looking online, my suggestion is to go find Active Melody and get lessons from Brian. You get access to the website. You get PDFs. You get videos on every single lesson. And almost all of the lessons have a backing track that you can practice to. And you've got printable PDFs. So if you don't want to keep your computer on all day and watch it, you can print off the lesson and practice it, and then go back to the video lesson. Whatever way works for you to learn the lessons, it's all there at Active Melody. And if you follow Brian, you'll see he has a free short lesson that he does, and he shows you what part of what he's going to teach you. And if you just try that yourself for free, you'll find that if you look back honestly and look at what you've learned, you'll see that you're learning something, and you're learning from a professional. You're learning from a person who doesn't stumble around in his videos about where you're going, where you came from. You are going to have moments where you discover something that you didn't know. And I know it because it's happened to me. And I am very happy with my success. I'm not trying to win a game prize or anything, but I am very happy with the success that I've had with Active Melody. So my suggestions are find Active Melody on the internet and subscribe and like his channel, and you can buy into his courses and learn how to play a guitar. You have to put the time into playing the guitar. I come down here every day and I practice every day. I'm not a once a week practice my guitar. I come down here. This is something I always wanted to do, is play my guitar. I want to learn how to play a song, and that's what I do. I put the effort into it, and if you put the effort into it, you will learn too. It takes time and it takes practice. And Brian at Active Melody is a good choice to take lessons from and learn how to play guitar. So that's all I got to say today. And to all you guitar pickers out there, keep on picking.